So you've probably seen it popping up in your DMs, maybe in your search bar, that little AI helper, Meta AI. But what exactly is it? Is it actually helpful? And maybe the most important question, can you trust it? Well, let's break it all down. You know that feeling, right? You've got a great photo, but your brain just goes blank trying to think of the perfect caption. It's that exact moment, that little bit of creative friction that Meta AI is designed to solve. But how does it really work? Okay, so first things first, try not to think of Meta AI as another app you have to go find and open. Instead, think of it like a new assistant that's just moved right into the apps you're already using every single day. So, put simply, it's an AI that can help you write stuff, brainstorm ideas, or even just give you a quick summary of a long article you don't have time to read. And yeah, you'll probably see it as this little low poly robot character kind of just waiting to help you right where you are. And that, right there, is the whole strategy. I mean, instead of making you open yet another app or another website, the goal here is to bring the AI directly to you, into your chats, your feed, and right into your creative process. It's all about convenience. So you're going to see it pop up when you're drafting a reply in Messenger, or maybe when you search for something on Instagram. Or, going back to our first example, when you're trying to come up with a great caption for your latest story. It's designed to be right there the second you need it. All right, so now that we know where to find it, let's talk about what it's actually good for. We're talking about those little everyday wins that can save you a surprising amount of time and, honestly, mental energy. This is where it really shines, in these little micro tasks. You need to rephrase a message so it sounds, I don't know, less blunt? Bam, done. You're stuck on ideas for a birthday gift for a friend? It can spit out a whole list. Need the key points from a long article? It'll give you a quick summary. These are the small wins that really add up. Somebody put it this way, and I think it just perfectly captures the feeling of using it. It's not really thinking, right? But it's so incredibly good at predicting the next logical word that it gives you this illusion of understanding. It feels like it gets what you're saying. So you might be asking, how does this stack up against the big names, like ChatGPT? Well, tools like that are often used for, deeper writing tasks, and Gemini is all tied into the Google ecosystem. Meta AI's real sweet spot is just pure convenience for social media users. It's the assistant that's already in the room with you. But, and this is a very big but, it is not perfect. It is so crucial to know its limits. This isn't just some fun new toy. It has some very, very real weak spots we need to talk about. And listen, if you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, please make it this. AI can be confidently wrong. It can state something that's totally incorrect with all the authority of an expert because it doesn't actually know anything. It's just predicting what should come next. This means you have to be careful. It might give you really generic advice. It can completely invent details, what we call hallucinations, or it could totally misread an emotional situation. So here's the crucial point. For anything important, like medical, legal, or financial advice, treat it like a brainstorming partner, never a final decision maker. And what about your privacy? Well, the golden rule here is pretty simple. Just assume anything you type into it can be stored and maybe even reviewed by a real human. So if you wouldn't want it on a giant billboard, just don't type it into the AI. And this slide is a perfect example of how to protect yourself. Instead of feeding it specific personal details, keep your prompts abstract. Describe the situation, not the actual people and places involved. This gives the AI plenty of context to help you out without you having to give away your private data. Okay, so now that we know the pitfalls, how do we actually get it to do what we want? Turns out there are a few really simple tricks to writing much, much better prompts. This four-step formula is fantastic. First, give the AI a role, like act as a professional copywriter. Second, add some constraints, like keep it under 280 characters. Third, you can even give it an example of the tone you want. And finally, ask it for a few different options so you have choices. And here's a real pro tip. If the first answer isn't perfect, don't just delete everything and start over. Just nudge it in the right direction. Simple follow-ups like, okay, closer, but make it more playful, or just shorter, work surprisingly well and save you so much time. So after all that, when you boil it all down, what's the one thing you should really remember about Meta AI? I absolutely love this analogy. Think of it like a super enthusiastic intern. It's incredibly fast, it has access to a mind-boggling amount of information, but it can definitely get things wrong, and it absolutely needs your supervision before you let any of its work go public. And that really is the bottom line. It's a fantastic tool for getting started, for breaking through writer's block, and for just generating a bunch of ideas. But at the end of the day, you are the editor-in-chief. You're the one who has to check the facts and make the final call. So what is it? Is Meta AI going to be your new creative partner, helping you do amazing things? Or is it just a faster way to produce the same old generic content? Ultimately, any tool is only as good as the person using it. So the real question is, what are you going to create with it?